friend for life, but it starts off like, what is he up to? I like helping people, and I've been put in a position,
which is rare in this business.
Yeah, I've been put in a position where a little bit goes a long way, and I got it from somebody doing something to me, and it wasn't that they gave me money, it wasn't that they drove me around, it was just being a friend. And when they became my friend and spent just a little bit of time with me, it meant so much for a guy who had just moved to LA. And the person I'm talking about is George Wallace. And when
shout out George Wallace.
Shout out George Wallace.
I need you on the Satin Lounge.
Yeah, he'll do it. He'll do it. Yeah, and I met George in Atlanta. He was performing in Atlanta, and I said, "Man, I'm moving to LA." And he said, "Yeah, young blood. When you come out to LA, I was young blood then. When you come out to LA, and I think he was like maybe 78 or 80 at that time. So he's 104 now. But anyway, he said, when you come to LA, man, look me up because I work at the Comedy Store. I know it was like maybe about 160. Anyway, and I went to the Comedy Store and I saw his name. He was performing that night. So I went there and I watched his set. And then when he came off, what you doing here? I told you I was coming. And he walked right by me, and I'm like, oh man, I felt so deflated. I felt like I didn't want anything from him. I just wanted a friend, because I didn't know anybody.
Right.
But man, I'm sitting there and I was feeling like crap. And he came back. He said, yeah, man, I remember you. I remember you from Atlanta. Okay. And we just became friends, man.
That's awesome.
It meant so much for me to have him come back and remember me. I didn't want any money. I didn't want to move in, or I didn't want to borrow his car. And a friendship, sometimes when you meet a friend, and I've had people help me in this business who weren't my relatives, who was I'll help you. I'll go. Man, what you need? And those friendships mean a lot.
They absolutely do.
They mean more than anything.
Well, as you can tell, we're in love with each other. So, he's just a really, really stellar guy, and I'm really grateful to have him in my life. And let me just finish and tell them what you said to me. So, I'm working on the demo of this show, and you know how you have your favorite song that you're creating, writers, musicians, how you have this song, and you're afraid to let anyone listen to it because you're thinking it's your baby, you're not sure it's ready, you don't know if you should share it, that whole thing. And he and I, became pretty close, and so I just wanted to get his opinion about the concept of the show. And he called me driving around listening to it, and he said to me, you haven't tried to get this show out? And I said, yeah, I've tried a little bit. And these were the words that have motivated me in everything that I've done here after. He said, try harder. And that it hit me so hard in my chest, Jay. I just thought, well, you're really not trying hard enough. You're not believing in yourself. You're not being confident enough. And the
audience for what you do, and I remember because we talk all the time when the show's done. We have like 2 conversations. The people don't know how the show works. Ski is the engineer for the show. So I'm doing the show. I'm drawing. I'm listening to the radio. Right. I'm talking to Tom, and I'm having conversations with Kia about stuff. And so I always tell her, well, just do it. Just go out and do it. And you sometimes people will say things to you that you never forget that stick with you, but you don't think it like, oh, this is some heavy stuff. My granddaughter always tells the story. She called me last week because we were in a mall one day, and I saw this guy as an Easter bunny. And I said to her when she was young, I said, you need to take your ass to school so you won't end up in an Easter bunny suit. And she said, Grandpa, I was in the mall last week, and I saw a guy driving a little train with kids behind it in a track, you know how they have, and he looked so unhappy, and that was just my inspiration to finish school. She said, it was because of what you said to me about, take your ass to school so you don't end up in an Easter bunny suit. And that's basically what life is, we spend so much time getting ready to do what it is we want to do. Getting ready and never really doing it. Oh, my God. As soon as the kids leave, I'm opening the bakery. As soon as the kids get married, I'm opening the bakery. But when my oldest boy leave here because he got a little trouble, and you spend your whole life getting ready. I've had so many things in my life that have succeeded, and I've had a lot of things that have failed, but it was because I didn't spend a whole lot of time waiting to get ready. You spend so much time getting ready that the next thing you know, life has passed you by and you didn't even try it.
And J. Anthony Brown is a go-getter for sure. So what is up next for you?
And now I'm becoming an executive producer. And for those of you who don't know, the executive producer is a person who puts up the money, but I executive produce 2 projects that I'm very proud of. There's a project called Words. Words is a competition, a reality show where we compete, where singers, comedians, and poets compete against each other. Spoken word artists. And then I executive produce a show called Gospel Good, Gospel Bad, and Gospel Ugly. It's the 5 heartbeats of gospel.
Okay.
So those are some of the things that are coming out.
Exciting.
And then I'm also, I might steal my idea because I'm getting ready to register. We're working on gay divorce court because I really think there is an avenue for gay divorce court. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So. These projects and more. If you want to keep up with Jay, please let them know where they can find you and keep up with your calendar.
You can go to JAnthonyBrown.com or check me out at JAnthonyBrownTwitter.com or JSpotComedyClubTwitter.com.
He's on Facebook too.
I'm on Facebook.
He's everywhere.
I'm everywhere. And thank you so much. And I'm so proud of you for finally putting on the Satin Lounge.
Thank you so much for coming.
Welcome.